Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Uh, Today, I have a pick a card reading for you to let you know what's happening or what will be happening in your life during this new moon in Leo. All right. So, this is the time to set new intentions. All new moons, as you can see from this card, talk about new starts which begin, new seeds of intentions that we would like to sow. So if there is something new that we want to start, a new way of living, a new job, anything, even littlest of things that you want to start, this is the perfect time to do it, because whatever you set an intention for at this time will definitely manifest sooner. All right. Now this energy will carry on for 6 months till the new moon in Aquarius. All right. So now, as you know, the Leo is ruled by the sun, and the zodiac, the people born under this sign are extremely confident. They stand out in a crowd because they are the children of the sun, right? And during this time, you're being asked to set an intention with that same Leo confidence, because the sun is all about the solar plexus chakra, as you know. It's all about your confidence. All right. So this is what you need to infuse into your self, so that whatever you set your intentions for, with confidence, with faith that you're going to do it, that you have it in you to, take it all the way and get what you want. So this is what you need to keep in mind. All right. Now, as you can see, we have 4 piles in front of us. Pile number 1 is the Universal Waite Tarot, or this beautiful green Aventurine crystal. Pile number 2 is the Ethereal Visions Tarot, or this beautiful black Tourmaline crystal. It's my latest edition. I am absolutely in love with it. Pile number 3 is the Star Spinner Tarot, or the Amethyst crystal point. And pile number 4 is the Light Seers Tarot, or this beautiful rose quartz heart. All right, I'd like you to take a moment, take a deep breath in, exhale, and as you exhale, focus on the cards, and whichever pile that you are drawn to instinctively, that is your pile. If you find that you are drawn to more than one pile, chances are that there are messages in it for you in another pile as well. But at no time would you force fit this reading for you. Maybe there's just a single message in it for you and the others don't resonate. That's absolutely fine. This is not a personal reading. It's a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will just be interpreting the cards, but the scenarios can be many. So use your discernment and don't let this reading take from you. All right. So without further delay, let's begin with pile number 1. Let me just make some space here for you. And I hope I remember the sequence now. All right. I really worry with this crystal. It's very heavy. All right, pile number 1, those who chose the Universal Waite Tarot, or the beautiful green Aventurine crystal, this is your reading. I will be live shuffling and I'll pull out 6 cards. I've got this beautiful reading by Biddy Tarot. Whatever I know about tarot is based on her teaching, so I like these new moon and full moon readings of hers, and I like you to have the opportunity to find that about yourself as well. All right, so I'll take out 6 cards. We'll put it here. I've got 2 oracle decks as well. I'll pull out some advice cards for it as well, and then we'll jump into your reading. All right. right, pile number 1. We begin with the 8 of Wands. The 10 of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. The 9 of Cups. And the King of Cups, King of Wands, which is Leo energy. All right, place your cards here. I'll take out an advice card from this Moonology deck as well. Oops. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. That you can see with the 8 of Wands. And one from the Daily Crystal Inspiration. You get Pyrite, let the money flow in. Wow, with the King of Pentacles, I'm not surprised with this either. So let us see. So what is it that you want to create, all right, during this time? These are the questions that you're going to look at. What is it that you would like to create during this time? And how can you express yourself more authentically and in a healthy and an empowered fashion? What new aspects of yourself are you discovering during this time? How you can be an effective leader, and which area of your life should you be placed to, where your your leadership skills can actually be used. And last but not the least, what areas of your life should you use courage in during these coming 6 months? All right. Oh, give me a moment, my dear Leos. My dear pile number 1. I've just finished the last reading I've done has been about zodiac signs, so I'm still in that flow, even though there's been quite some time. No excuses, really. Okay. Right now, what you want is action. You want things to move. You've already got something in your mind which you want to manifest, whatever it is. Be it a house, be it your career, be it your, a relationship, whatever it is that you've got in your mind, you want speed because you feel that things have been slow and your intentions are all in place, but you want speed, and that's exactly what you're going to create. All right, things are going to move. So I think you've already, for those of you who've chosen pile number 1 or the green Aventurine crystal, you have already done a lot of spade work and you're just raring to go. You set your intentions, possibly it's all there in your mind. You just want the action to happen. And with this card here, the energy is gaining momentum. And the 8 of Wands, this is all about speed. It's all about movement. All right, this is coming your way at this time. So these next 6 months, you can actually not just put your intention out there, but also see that it starts moving, it starts progressing, and you start manifesting it really quickly. All right. But how can you express yourself authentically in a more empowered fashion? And you get this 10 of Pentacles. Now, 10 of Pentacles is someone who's got, a lot of money, a lot of joy, family comfort, enough money for, a legacy to be built. However, with this card coming here in this, and you being asked where you can express yourself authentically, it's possible, my dear pile number 1, you have it all going for you, but it's quite possible that you are still in this energy of lack, that no matter how much you have, you feel it's not enough, you want more. Now, this is not calling you out or judging you in any way. This is an absolutely natural thing, which not just human beings, every single possibly animal has this as a natural instinct, because this is what ensures their survival, all right? But in your case, you are actually endowed with this beautiful energy of the Ten of Pentacles. You've got it all. In fact, people, if people around you were asked to describe you, they'd actually call you someone who's affluent, who has everything going for them, all right? But you don't see it this way. You are possibly tense that you will not have enough when you need it, all right? And this is what you are being asked to look into. Why is it that you do have this feeling of lack, all right? And what can you do to come over it? There could be something in your past, in your childhood, maybe your family spoke in this way, wherein you always felt insecure, you felt that the money would run out or the wealth would run out, or maybe you had a difficult childhood. For each of you, it would be different. But if you find that you are in this energy where you feel you don't have enough and that you are insecure about it, you're being asked to do some inner child healing. Go back to the problem. Why is it that you're feeling so? Actually see what your assets are, and then just see whether isn't that enough for you. Why is it that you feel that you will need more? And to also remember that this abundance universe that you have always, will always provide for you. There is enough for everybody. I can see environmentalists saying no, because there's so much of population. But it is all about your mindset, pile number one, all right? If you go and ask a billionaire, even they will say they don't have enough, all right? And everyone wants more. That is the nature of our soul, that we want expansion. But chances are it is not actually material comforts that we are seeking. It is that something else that we're looking for. It is your soul purpose. So if you can actually sit with that for some time and work on what it is that's making you feel this lack, you can get over this energy and you can be more authentic. And you can actually, it's possible because you have this lack mentality. You're not even, letting the world see the real you. You're in this, when you are in a place of lack, you'd not allow your full potential to come out because you always feel held back. And this is the energy you need to work on. Nothing should hold you back, all right? And look at this. With the King of Pentacles here, you're already in this great energy of Ten of Pentacles, and you're going to be the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles doesn't have to worry about his coin. There is a steady flow of money. It comes in and it goes out, and he's not insecure about it when it goes out. And you're coming into this energy, all right? If you work upon possibly your root chakra, because these insecurities are all there on your root chakra. So if you have a lot of videos going on about root chakra meditation, so if you'd like to do that, it would help. Even just meditation would help you a lot to ground your energies, all right? Look at this card. You get let the money flow in. So actually, it is because you are in this lack mindset that things that you're expecting, the investments that you've made in different areas of your life, you feel it's not happening. It's not happening because of your fear that it won't happen. So you are being the biggest obstacle in your flow of whatever wealth that you're waiting for, all right? So let the money flow in. Release your lack mindset, all right, pile number one? And when you start actually doing that, what is it that you're going to discover about yourself? That you are indeed the King of Pentacles. You have that Midas touch. Whatever you touch can actually turn into gold, but you need to believe it. What's holding you back is just you. All right, pile number one. And when you discover that, when you actually are ready, when you tell yourself that yes, you have a lot and there's enough and more, and the universe will always provide you. When you come into this energy and work on your whatever it is that's making you insecure, you will actually find that you are wealth. All right, you are the abundance that you're seeking. And this is going to be wonderful, and this is going to happen during this Leo season. Be confident about yourself and allow that money, allow the abundance that's waiting to come in, allow it to come in by releasing this mindset of yours. Okay? And how can you be an effective leader? And you get the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords, again, this is just resonating so beautifully, is someone who is limited by their own thinking. All right? There's no one that's tied them up but their own thoughts. Okay? Because these swords, they represent thoughts. And when you finally work on yourself and release your self-limiting beliefs, you will actually come into this king element of yours, you know, the energy of the King of Pentacles. And you will be able to, first of all, lead yourself. All right? Because unless you empower yourself, how can you lead anyone else? So with this discovery that it was your way of thinking, when you change your way of thinking and you get this, move out of this lack mentality, this poverty consciousness, you will find that all that was holding you back, you just set yourself free from all of that. And you start moving forward, and people will see you, and you will then be an inspiration to people that this person, we always thought they had a lot, but they have much more than we thought they had. And just look at them. Okay, so your story is going to be very inspirational for people. It's going to be an inspiration of sorts. But for that, you have to do this hard work of freeing yourself from your self-limiting beliefs. All right. And it is when you have this wish fulfillment of yours. The Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. When you are in this energy wherein you don't have lack, it's possible when we have lack, we are not our authentic selves. We tend to be, the miser in us comes out. We are not giving as easily or readily as we should want to give. We don't, because we feel that we don't have enough. But when you have this wish fulfillment, because you worked on yourself and release yourself from this, you will find that you are going to be more benevolent to people. You understand people better. You're able to inspire them because you have been there. You've known what it feels like to have this lack mindset. So you're able to now teach people, or, let them know that the only way to get abundance is to first believe that you're worthy of it, and to believe that it is there. All right? If you keep feeling that you don't have enough, that's what the universe gives back to you. What you think is what you get. So if you feel that you don't have enough, you will never have enough. But when you recognize that you are an abundant being, that's what you're going to, get. That's what you're going to attract. And you realize that this is what you're going to discover during this 6-month period. And this is going to make all your wishes come true. And this is going to make you benevolent and make you, you are able to, teach people either directly or indirectly about how you can change your game, because you have done that. All right. And where do you need courage in the coming 6 months? And you get the King of Wands, which is, again, as I said, the Leo card. All right. The King of Wands is a visionary. The King of Wands can see 10 steps ahead. He is the epitome of benevolence, of warmth. All right. And you are going to embody both of this. You will not, maybe in the past, because you have this lack consciousness, lack mindset and poverty consciousness, you may have had great ideas, okay, which needed some amount of investment, but you've not done that because you worried that if you put in that much of capital into something and it doesn't pay back, you're going to be doomed and you'll have nothing. And that's what's been holding you back. But now when you worked on your issues and you actually go showing courage that this is something that you have envisioned, you know that you're going to be very good at it. But what's holding you back was this feeling of, you might lose it all. But when you actually follow your heart and take that risk, all right, because you're following your heart, you're following your intuition, you are going to be the King of Pentacles as well as the King of Wands, and you will let money and abundance flow in, and there'll be so much that for generations to come you won't have to worry about your abundance. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 1. This is a brilliant reading, and these are going to be a very important 6 months. So don't shy away from your shadow work. If there is something that's holding you back, if there is something which has been telling you that you can't do it, you will never have enough, and if you put yourself invest in something, you're going to lose it all, change your thinking. Everything in your life changes with your thought, okay? As within, so without. All right, so keep that in mind, and I wish you all the very best. And once you actually move ahead and find the success story unfolding for you within these 6 months, I'd love to hear from you. In fact, all of us here would love to hear from you. If you could let us know in the comments how it has helped you. All right, and with that, we come to the end of pile number 1. Be good, stay safe, I'll catch you again. And let's move on to pile number 2, which was the Ethereal Visions Tarot, or the beautiful black Tourmaline crystal. Actually, I don't have a crystal stand, and I've been using my candle holder as the crystal stand. All right, I shall place this here. All right, pile number 2, how are you doing? We will be let me take a sip of water. Maybe that's a cue for you people to be hydrated as well. I'll be taking 6 cards each. 6 cards for you. And then I will explain. All right, I will also be taking out 1 oracle card each from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck and the Monology deck. All right, Spirit, please help me guide pile number 2. Now, pile number 2, I've just been called, you need to possibly protect your energy, I feel. Let's see what comes your way now. Look at that. You get the Devil. You opening your reading with the Devil. The Two of Swords. The Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The Strength card. The Ace of Cups. Oops, okay, this wanted to come out. And Death. Interesting. Believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. I love this card. It's almost as if it gives you a clean sheet. You can do whatever you like. Because if you believe, it will happen. Sorry about that, my dear pile number 2. All right, this is a powerful reading. All right, as I started the reading, I felt that you needed to protect your energy. We started your reading with the Devil card, and I barely laid down all your cards, and Joey, who was fast asleep during pile number 1, he just gets triggered and he goes out on a barking match with another dog outside, all right, and it would carry on for quite some time. I just resumed. So there is something in your energy that needs looking into, all right. Let's see. Apple for light, stay positive. Wow, there's something that you are on at this time, and I think it's something really big, because again, if you look at, you've got 3 major arcanas in your reading, all right. So there's something powerful here, and with the believe in the impossible and stay positive. Okay, there is something huge that you are on the threshold of, pile number 2. Okay, it is something huge. There is a lot at stake here, and with this devil card here, it is something which can actually give you all that you need, but it is also something that can rob you of everything if things don't work out. And though your heart is calling you to do it, your fear is almost twice as much. All right? And so you're being held back. Also, it's possible whatever you're doing, there are people who've got their eyes on you at this time. Okay? And this thing is something really huge. And you're being asked by Spirit to believe in the impossible and to stay positive, to stay true. You know, if your heart is leading you to do something, your heart will never lead you astray. Your intuition will never lead you astray. So if it's something big, don't stop yourself from doing it because you're thinking of the consequences and you're thinking of the negative consequences, all right? How can you express yourself in an authentic manner during this time, in an empowered manner? And you get the 2 of Swords. From this, I feel you're not even expressing yourself, leave alone expressing yourself authentically. You know what you want. The 2 of Swords talks about a person who knows what she wants. I'm saying she because there's a lady who's depicted here in this card. Okay, this person here knows exactly what they want. All right. It's possibly an emotional decision as well, because there is water in the background which talks about emotion. And though this person has crossed their heart and refuses to say it aloud what they have decided, deep down inside they already know what they want. They're very clear about it. But it's fear that's holding them back, and that's exactly, you are not speaking your heart out because you feel maybe it's an idea, as I said, a very powerful idea that can change a lot of things. But if it gets in the wrong hands, you feel that things can go completely awry, you know. And so you're not speaking, you're not taking action, you're just thinking, and fear is got its grip on you and your thought. But during this phase, there's something that you need to discover about yourself. You know, this opportunity which you are thinking about, which has got so much of, you are so worried about it. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, what I can see is that you've actually done a lot of work towards it. And now you've just come to a standstill because things haven't progressed the way you wanted it to. And you're picking up energies around you that may sabotage the whole thing and you will lose out, or things may go out of hand if the wrong people get their hands on this idea. I don't even know what it is. In fact, I'm extremely curious to know what it could be. But with this Four of Cups here, so now because this fear is so much and you haven't seen results the way it should be, you are not looking at this wonderful opportunity which is heaven sent for you, all right? You've just got your eyes closed off. You're not looking, because now you're almost possibly at the threshold of giving up on this great dream of yours. And that's what that's why you're being told to believe in the impossible. All right, to stay positive. Don't let the energies around you take from you. If required, repeat to yourself that there is no energy stronger than mine. Okay, you can say that over and over again till you find that you get your strength back. Don't give up on this dream of yours, pile number 2. This is something extremely powerful, all right? It will benefit you, and it may benefit humanity at large, perhaps. What are you looking at, I wonder? Now, how can you be an effective leader? All right, so then with this, I also feel that it's possible you're not working on this alone. You have a team of at least a few more people with you onto this project, and you're just stuck. And what you're being told as to how can you be an effective leader, a compassionate leader, and what better card to get than strength? This is the card of Leo in this new moon in Leo, where they're telling you to be confident. Confidence is the key to success. And at the same time, it talks about compassion. You're on the right path. All right, Spirit is with you. You need to show that strength. And sometimes the strength comes from just being compassionate. Maybe you can express what you want to express with the people under you or with you. All right? And you are going through a very tough period in your life right now. But you are going to come out of it because you have a lot of inner strength. And this inner strength is what is going to make you an effective leader. You have this is a major arcana. So this is like, it is above the King of Wands. You have that leonine energy of benevolence, of being able to attract, of having this immense amount of courage. It's all there. You need to have that confidence. And you are, as it is, an amazing leader. I'm sure that people are already looking up to you. This is a major arcana. This always had to be here. All right. So still, we are all humans and we go through these phases. And when we are in the 7 of Pentacles energy for a very long time, chances are we start doubting ourselves. And that's why you're being asked to stay positive. Remember that confidence is the key to your success. That this is a heaven-sent opportunity. Believe in this, the impossible. You can do this. Pile number 2. And the best way to start showing your leadership skills is to, you are, as it is, benevolent and compassionate. You are very strong. You take all the load of all the things that are going wrong, whatever the adversity is, you bear the brunt of it. Now you are being asked to also move ahead, following your heart, knowing that whatever, you look at the larger picture. Whenever you're in doubt about this, instead of looking at it in a way that if this doesn't work, we are all doomed. Just think of, if this works, how many people will benefit? Keep the focus on that, how you can benefit. Don't think about the failure at this time. Failure happens only when you give up. If things go wrong, you can set them right again. You have this team with you who are very loyal to you, who see your strength, because they've seen not just your strength, but your compassionate nature. They see that you're a visionary. All right? And you have this love, and you're following your heart, you're following your intuition. You won't go wrong. Just stick with it. Pile number 2. And with this death card here, this particular thing in these 6 months, whatever you're going through, where you're being asked to stay strong and hold on to it and to not give up. All right, this is going to be extremely transformative for you, for sure. Maybe with the people with you who are in this, they will see you and what all you've been through and how you have transformed, and that will be extremely inspirational for them. This is a very powerful time for you, pile number 2. Protect your energies. If you can, keep a black tourmaline with you. Even if you don't have anything, you know, as I was watching this beautiful episode by Christina Lopes, all right, and she was saying this, and I believe in this wholeheartedly. Any amount of crystals, any amount of devices and whatever cleansing you do, they can help you, but they are not everything. The main thing in focus is you, all right? And if you tell yourself that there is no energy that is stronger than you, then nobody can actually come and take from you. It is when you, you know, throw in the towel, that's when the energies get to you. So you stay in your power. Even on low days, keep telling yourself that there is no energy stronger than you. Spirit is watching over you. That is why you're being told, believe in the impossible, stay positive. All right, this is a God-sent opportunity. Stick with it. Stick with whatever you're doing. You're on the right path. Follow your intuition. Stay silent if you have to. Get your answers from within. All right? And confidence is the key to your success. So embody this. You've got this double Leo confirmation here, all right? This is going to be brilliant, pile number 2, okay? And with that, we come to the end of your reading. So whatever it is, if you're feeling demoralized, just stick with it. Don't give up. Don't give up just yet. Don't let fear take from you, all right? I know it's easier said than done. I don't even know what this is about, but you do. So maybe there is a lot at stake. That is why you are reacting this way. But whichever way it is, in whichever area of your life it is, pile number 2, just know that Spirit is with you. And if you follow your intuition, you are not going to be led astray. But if it is something, you know, whenever you have to make that decision, don't look at the negative side as to what all can go wrong. As I said earlier, look at what all can go right, all right? And just focus all your energy into that. And whatever this thing is, I'm really, really curious to know. But wish you all the very best. And I just hope you have tremendous success in whatever it is that you are, you've put all your energy into. And if it is possible for you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. All right. And till we meet again, stay safe, be good. Bye-bye. And with that, we come to pile number 3. Those who have chosen the Star Spinner Tarot and the beautiful Amethyst crystal. This we shall place here. So pile number 3. Are you on some kind of spiritual journey? Let's see. I'll pull out 6 cards. And from this deck, and then I'll pull out 1 card each from the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle and the Moonology deck, all right? And then we'll get into your reading. So Spirit, please give me 6 cards for pile number 3, those who chose the Amethyst. The Emperor. Wow, what a beginning. Oops. Oops. The 5 of Swords. The 7 of Coins. I think waiting is a theme now. 7 of Pentacles comes out pretty often. the 5 of coins, the Page of Swords, and the Moon. So you begin and end the reading with a major arcana. Okay. Prioritize your health. Okay. What is this about? Oops. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Okay. Just give me a moment. All right. Pile number 3, those who chose the Amethyst. It's possible that a lot of you are having a spiritual awakening. You know, you keep having spiritual awakenings wherein you keep learning something more, you start delving deeper and deeper. All right. And what you want to create at this time is this Emperor energy. So what comes to me is, right in the beginning with this card here, work through your fears, is that the Emperor is the king of kings, all right? So the Emperor embodies all the 4 kings. The King of Wands, which is all about action and passion and creativity. You know, this king is a visionary. And then you have the King of Pentacles, who's all about wealth, abundance, material abundance. All right. And then you have the King of Swords, which is purely logical thinking. Someone who can see way ahead. All right. Someone's extremely balanced. Someone who's not fazed by things that are happening around them, because they can see absolutely clearly. And then you have the King of Cups, which is all about being emotionally mature. Now the Emperor is all this and more. That's why this the Emperor is there, because each king is good at one thing, but the Emperor has the energy of all the 4 kings. All right. But because this Emperor is here, the Emperor can very often also end up being a little controlling. So usually when the Emperor comes in a reading, we say that maybe there's someone in your life, maybe a father figure, who is possibly controlling, or if you're in this energy, you are possibly coming into this energy of control. Now, why does one want to control things? Usually when you want to see things in control, it's because there are fears within you. All right. You don't want things to go wrong, because you have this fear that things will go wrong and will go out of your control and you won't be able to set things right. But the first thing about spirituality is to know that there is nothing in your control. If you feel that things are in your control, it's just a facade that the universe has put forward. It is this negative not a negative is not the word. It is a false sense that you have that things are in your control. Nothing was, is, or will ever be in our control. The only thing we can do is to go with the flow. The only thing you actually need to control is your mind. If you can control your mind, you will be able to ride with the ebbs and flows and nothing will deter you. Now, is that easy? No, it is not. I have not achieved it, definitely not. But the effort is there. As long as you know that this is it and you don't get fazed by it. I mean, there will be times you will get fazed by it, because none of us have that complete control, but we can always try. So every time we go off center, the aim is to come back into center. Now you want to create this energy, which is beautiful. To have to embody the energy of all the four kings is wonderful. It tells me you're a very ambitious person. Possibly you've got Aries in your chart. All right. And this is what you want to do. But step number one, to be able to be the emperor, first you got to work through your fears, so that you don't work from the negative side of being the emperor, but the positive side of being the emperor. All right. So this is what if you're setting this intention, the first thing that you need to do is to work through your fears. Second, how can you communicate or express yourself authentically? And you get the Five of Swords. So it's possible, because you are in this emperor energy, or you want to be in this energy, and you haven't worked through your fears yet, or maybe you're in the process of it. More often than not, since you embody the energy of all the four kings, you're very witty, all right? And you can always have the last word. And you come across as even intimidating, perhaps. So till now, when you communicate with people, there is this aura of possibly intimidation around you. And your wit makes you have the last word. And chances are you always win in all arguments, all right? And sometimes unfairly. And maybe when you finish the argument, you feel you won, and it gives you that ego boost, perhaps, that you have won the argument, but it doesn't make you feel very nice on the inside, all right? And people also see you as someone who's possibly overbearing. And this is what you need to, again, when you work through your fears, you'll get past this, and you will allow people to see the real you. The you which is also vulnerable, the you which doesn't need to win at all times to feel safe, all right? And this is the energy that you're being asked to get into, all right? It's not about control. It's about believing yourself, accepting yourself with your light and shade, knowing that everyone has light and shade, and mastering that. And mastering that does not mean eradicating one, or or totally becoming very good in every respect. It's not possible, because everything is a huge paradox, and it's all about balance. So to be able to embody this energy and get the energy of all the four kings, first you need to work through your fears and know and accept that you have a dark side just like the next person. All right. And it is continuous work, as long as you live, to keep those two sides in balance and move forward and speak authentically. Don't put this facade so that people can't come near you and, upset you or hurt you. So you'd rather snub them back. You have to get over this energy to be the emperor. And what are the new aspects of your life about you that you're discovering during this time? And guess what it is? You will not want to hear it, but you will actually be surprised to hear it. It is patience. With the Seven of Pentacles here, you've been working on coming to this energy. You've been working on yourself a lot. All right. So with me saying all of whatever I have said so far, it is not to take from you, but it's to let you know that you have been putting in the work, but you need to put in a lot more work to work through your fears. Because unless you get past this fear, you can't really embody this energy, because you'll only embody the controlling aspect of the emperor and not the others. So you have been working really hard on yourself, and you need to do a lot more work here. But you know what, pile number 3? You have the patience to do it. You're ready to wait for things to happen. You're ready to keep putting in that effort. All right. And this is what is going to actually bring you into this energy. Okay. And how can you be an effective and compassionate? I'm sorry. My throat is dry. And how can you be an effective and compassionate leader? And you get the 5 of Coins, which is the 5 of Pentacles. This is where that aspect of your leadership will show, wherein how you deal with people who are less privileged than you are, by showing compassion, by being benevolent, by understanding where they are, people who are under you, who are working for you, who are working with you, to understand what they're going through. Maybe they are going through a financial crunch. Maybe you can help them materially, or you can help them by, understanding where they are emotionally and deal with them accordingly, by showing them compassion and benevolence, maybe giving them an opportunity where they can do some more, by showing them, giving them clarity on which path they should take so that they can come out of whichever place they are in. These are the talents that you have. These are the talents of the 4 kings which you possess. And when you speak to them, you know exactly where you are. And this is the positive side of the Emperor, and you embody that. And that is why people look up to you. People who don't have as much as you do, they look up to you because you are not pompous. You are not, a cut and dry. No, you actually embody the good side of all the 4 kings. It is just that when you want to focus on being controlling, that's when you embody the negative side of the Emperor. All right, but you are being asked to embody the positive side of the 4 kings, which you are already doing. All right, and this is how you will be an effective leader. So try not to control people, but try and be understanding enough and provide them opportunities so that they can actually get empowered. Instead of trying to suppress people, empower them as you empower yourself. And that will actually seal your position as the Emperor always, because you lead with your heart. You lead with compassion. It is not about controlling. You are allowing them to see your vulnerable side as well, how you made it here. All right, you are working through your fears, and this is how you'll be a very effective and compassionate leader, by looking at the positive aspects of all the 4 kings. And where can you actually, where are you best placed to be a leader? And you get the Page of Swords. So I feel that in this journey of yours, pile number 3, and with this beautiful amethyst crystal here, you are someone who has a lot of knowledge. All right, and maybe you can actually, you have enough to be a spiritual teacher. Perhaps you have a lot of wisdom to share, because it's not easy for you to reach this place wherein you can embody the energy of all the 4 kings. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of self-discipline. So as you work through your fears, you're also becoming wiser and wiser, and you're able to, and actually if you allow your journey to be that light for other people to follow you, that's when you can be an effective leader. Maybe this is your soul mission, to be someone who shares their wisdom with the masses. People will look up to you for advice, and maybe you're already seeing that. You've been seeing that all your life, perhaps, that you are an old soul, all right, who has a lot of knowledge, because you work through your fears and you continue to do so. And your journey will be an inspiration to people around. If you share your journey by not being controlling, by showing your vulnerable side, this is where you'll be the most effective leader, pile number 3. And where are you supposed to show courage in this 6-month period? And you get the Moon. Traditionally, the Moon, the Moon card shows the Moon, shows the, obviously it's a night scene, and there's a moon, and there's one white dog which is supposed to be a domestic dog, and a black dog which is supposed to be the wild, untamed dog. and there is this water body from which there is a crab or a lobster or something that's coming out. All right, that's how the traditional card is. And basically the card talks about intuition as well as talks about secrets, and it talks about confusion. So in your case, where you need to be, what comes to me directly is that pile number 3, you are having a spiritual awakening. Maybe you have had a couple of, but you are predominantly, you embody the King of Swords more than the other kings. You are a logical person. All right. And now you're being asked to follow your intuition. And you don't seem to have the courage to do so, because you find that where your heart or your intuition is leading you, you have never been comfortable in that energy, because it goes against your logic. Your logic might say you do this, and you will be safe. But that's where you're being asked to work through your fears. Don't follow logic, follow your heart. You have a lot to give. And this is where you need to show courage during this time. The 6 months period, work through your fears and follow your heart, and let people see that vulnerable side to you. Show them your kindness and compassion. Don't need, your need for control, just let it go. Be confident in who you are. You're the authentic version of who you are, not just this, the bravado that you show, that nothing affects you and that you're above everything and you're extremely controlling. No, let people see your vulnerable side. You are very strong, you are very wise, but you need to follow your heart. I'm not telling you to give away logic, but don't shut your heart out and just think with your mind. It never works. Work through your fears and all your answers will come to you. And as an additional note, you get this: prioritize your health. And I feel with this 5 of Swords here and this working through your fears here, there's a lot of fear that you, again, I think, was it pile number 1 that I said? This too, but you need to do a lot of root chakra healing, all right? There is something from your childhood perhaps, or your past, wherein there is a lot of fear within you, which is why you need to control. And that's why you possibly play mind games and you need to have the last word. And this is also affecting your health. All right, so in this 6 months period, prioritize your health, your mental health, your physical health, and work through your fears. All right, if you feel that you can't do this alone, it's all right if you take the help of a counselor. Maybe if you are not able, if there is someone you can really confide in, whom you trust, that's wonderful. Otherwise, maybe you'd like to speak to a counselor. Either ways, work through these fears. If you've had a traumatic experience in your past, then it's time for you to finally get over that. Sit and work with it. It's not pleasant. I can guarantee you it won't be pleasant. But when you liberate yourself from it, you will find that your journey to be the emperor and the positive side of emperor, wherein things are just working great for you without you needing to control anything, because you have finally accepted yourself for who you are, pile number 3. All right. So that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, do let me know in the comments. You're there. You've done a lot of hard work. It's visible that you've done a lot of hard work, but you're not showing your authentic self because of fears that are holding you back, and it's not worth it, pile number 3. So you are being guided to this energy so that you can be the emperor, because you have a lot of wisdom to share, a lot, but you have to first work through your own fears. All right, so till we meet next time, be good, stay safe, bye bye. And last but not the least, we come to pile number 4, those who chose the Light Seers Tarot, beautiful rose quartz heart. All right, this is your reading. We will shuffle and pull out 6 cards for you from this deck. And then we'll pull out one card each from the Moonology deck and the Daily Crystal Inspiration. All right. And we will then get into your reading. What does pile number 4 mean to my spirit? Wow. 10 of Cups. Such a lovely way to begin your reading. Okay. I should have known with this rose quartz here that it's going to be very heart-centric. The 8 of Cups. Okay. The Emperor. Okay. The Moon. Wow. The King of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. It had shown itself in the beginning, but it went right back in. Now it's come out again. Good. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. And this again showed up. Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. Okay. Pile number 4. What do you most want to create? And you want to create this beautiful 10 of Cups. Maybe you already have someone in your mind. Maybe you don't. All right. But you want this happily ever after with the person that you love the most, and possibly children, and you want this happy home and the happily ever after that you've always dreamt of. All right, this is what you want to create the most. And this is the intention that you're going to set during this beautiful new moon in Leo, and a new start is coming for you. But how should you be expressing yourself authentically? With this rose quartz crystal here, and with this 8 of Cups, and with this 10 of Cups, I feel that you are the kind of person who actually, you're very invested into relationships. You're very invested into people that you care about. You're willing to go that extra mile for them. All right. And sometimes in your relationships, people take advantage of you. It's possible that those who picked up this pile number 4, you've got a beautiful heart, possibly your light workers, empaths. All right. But you have loose boundaries, or at least you've had loose boundaries in the past. All right. And during this time, you're finally walking away from that which no longer serves you. So it's possibly now the only way to be yourself, authentically yourself, is to let people know what is okay with you and what is not. In the past, you've said okay to everything just to see a smile on the people around you. And whatever upset you, you quietly lick your wounds in private. But now you're finally learning in this 6 months, this is what you're going to learn, to say no for what you mean to say no to, and to walk away from those who don't respect your boundaries. All right. And more power to you. Pile number 4. It isn't easy. Trust me. I've been through this process, all right? But it is very liberating, because you need to, every time you say yes when you want to say a no, you're actually letting yourself down, okay? Because if there's someone who's as invested as you are in the relationship, they'll understand when you say no, that you mean no, and they'll respect it. And if they don't need to be in your life. And this is what you're going to learn during this time. And this is how you will start expressing yourself authentically, because you now have learned to love yourself. This is beautiful, beautiful reading so far, okay? And it is only when you come into this energy that you will attract this that you most want to create, okay? Because there is no relationship that can be a happily ever after if only one person is doing the work, if only one person is compromising. And what is it that you're discovering about yourself? And you get this beautiful Emperor. So pile number 4. If you've been thinking that you are, people have been thinking you're the timid one because you've been so giving in your relationships. Now when you walk away and you put your boundaries, wow, you become that Emperor. You just embody the Emperor energy, because you've been possibly operating from your feminine side. And when I say feminine side, it's true for all genders, because we all have a masculine side and a feminine side. So you have been operating more from your feminine side, always giving, always letting people walk all over your boundary. You've not had boundaries, so they've been walking all over you, and you've just taking it with a smile. But now you're also working on your masculine aspect, and you're allowing people to, see you authentically, to see that if you can give, if you can be nurturing, you can also stand up for yourself. You also know what you want. You are also capable of getting what you want, and that you're not dependent on anybody else. All right. And this is what you are first of all discovering about yourself, and that is what people around you are going to see. You are going to stand in your power, and this is so beautiful, pile number 4. I'm really loving this for you. And how can you be a compassionate and effective leader? Compassion comes to you naturally. And along with that, this is with the 10 of Cups here and the King of Swords here. This is all about your intuition. You are someone who follows your heart. And at this time, in these 6 months, you will find your intuition is going to be very strong. And it is going to illuminate your future, your path ahead. You're going to be able to listen to your intuition and follow it. And your compassionate nature is what's going to make you an effective and effective leader. All people around you are going to see, my God, this person who used to listen to everything that we had to say, who did things for us, is now actually putting her foot down, because she's standing up for herself finally. She or he. I'm just saying she, because all the cards in front of me are here depicting women. But people are going to look up you and say, look at this person. They have actually leveled up. They have actually learned how to say no. They respect themselves. And what happens when you respect yourself and love yourself is that you are teaching others how to deal with you. And they will give you that respect and that love which you give yourself. All right? And when you follow your intuition, you'll find people actually saying, they'll see your glow up. They'll want to be like you. And you will be an inspiration for those people. And people will learn that, even soft-hearted, kind people, they are the best sort of leaders. They have inner strength. They don't have to be controlling to be able to lead. And this is what you're going to teach them. And where should you be placed to be this effective leader? And you get the King of Swords. Oh, wow. So your intuition is going to lead you to complete clarity. The King of Swords is someone, they appear cold, but they're not. It's just that, basically when you're talking about swords energy, you're talking about air energy. All right? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Now, Aquarians are usually thought to be distant. But that's because they are called the water bearers. They carry the emotions of the world on their shoulders. All right, so they can't be emotionally inclined, because that will be too heavy for them. They won't be able to give their emotions equally to everyone. So they keep that distance. But they see very clearly. And you, with your intuition, are going to embody this energy. And this is the wisdom that you're going to, you know, let people, maybe you'll have your own, and here I have to see this Ace of Swords here as well, which is talking about authenticity, the truth. So your intuition is guiding you to your truth, to this wisdom and clarity. And it's possible that you are going to be a teacher of sorts, perhaps. Maybe you have your own channel where you teach people something, or maybe esoteric sciences. But your intuition is going to be your guide. And if in the past, you know, you felt that you've been giving and no one's, possibly after you have walked away from certain relationships or people, or put your boundaries there, initially people have been pretty salty about it. But now you find with this end of a tough cycle approaches, people realize that you mean what you're saying, and they see the truth and the, you know, of the whole thing, and they realize your worth. And when you start giving yourself that respect and love, as I said earlier, you will find people do that. They'll start warming up in some time, and they'll look at you in a different light. And that's what this says. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You'll suddenly find those people who were upset about this change in your attitude, they actually start respecting you all the more for it. All right? And your confidence is going to be your key to your success. All right? Following your intuition, that quiet confidence that you have, wherein you know now that you matter. Okay? And where do you need to show most courage in the next 6 months? And it's this, the Ace of Swords. Calling a spade, speaking your truth. With this Eight of Cups here, if you need to walk away from people, you will walk away from people, but you will not hesitate to tell your truth. All right? And this is so beautiful. And if you find that you're having, it's very challenging for you, you know, trying to be this emperor, embody this emperor energy, because it takes, you know, if someone's being really sweet all their life and kind, and it takes quite a lot of from them to be able to just stand up boldly and say, no, this is not okay with me anymore. It takes a lot of courage to do that. It takes a lot of courage to speak your truth. But you're going to do that, pile number 4. You're going to do that in these 6 months. And if you're worried about it, Spirit is telling you to just lighten up. You are protected. All right? All these people who may initially have different reactions, they will all come back to you. Okay? And those that don't are not worth it. All right? But people are going to warm up to you again. So lighten up. Don't let the world's problems rest on your shoulders. No. Love yourself. It's about time that you did. You're a beautiful soul. All right? All of you who are watching pile number 4, you've got large hearts, very kind, but you need to show that to yourself, and you are doing that during this 6 months period. All right? And I wish you all the best, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. All right? Such lovely people and standing in your power. What else could you ask for? And in Leo season, that is the right time, because Leo's season is what's going to give you that confidence. Okay, so that's all I have for you, pile number 4. And with that, we come to the end of this pick a card reading. And till next time, be good, stay safe, bye bye.